What we have right now in Europe is a completely different situation that was in, for example, 2013. And it happened because of the occupation of Crimea, aggression of the Russian Federation in eastern Ukraine, and recent aggressive actions of the Russian Federation, namely the decision about stationing medium-range missiles in Kaliningrad region. So let's start with Norway. Norway recently announced about its decision to allow foreign troops, US troops on its soil, and this is actually a significant change if we compare with the previous policy of the Norway in a peaceful time. Finland also would like to enhance its cooperation with the United States. For example, this in the sphere of defense, and this month Finland and the United States signed a defense agreement. And in this agreement is an interesting provision about the exchange of information on hybrid warfare. Sweden also would like to develop its ties with the NATO. This, in May this year, Parliament of Sweden actually formally approved an agreement between Sweden and the NATO to make cooperation between the NATO and Sweden more simpler and more easier. And finally, Britain recently has announced about its decision to send troops to Estonia. It's about 800 military personnel with drones and heavy equipment. So we have right now not only completely different situation if compared with the previous one, but actually we could say that there is a Cold War. And despite some political statement that Cold War, it's not a Cold War, it's really Cold War is back. And this is a major trend, political trend for years to come, whether we like it or not. We could expand statements from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the Russian Federation about Finland, about Sweden, that these countries should not cooperate closely with NATO countries, namely with the United States. We should not have any illusions. Despite some aggressive rhetoric of Kremlin, there is a clear new climate and decision and public support of Baltics and Scandinavian and in general North countries. They are concerned about this aggressive behavior, and they support actions of their government to strengthen defense. Some countries would like, I mentioned some of them, would like to cooperate more closely between each other and with NATO and with the United States, because unprecedented maneuvers, drills that happened in 2014, 2015, the new deployment of Russian troops in western borders and western region, ideas that appeared in mass media to develop new advanced air base in Belarus. So actually this is these signs of a new security situation in Europe. And it looks strange for us, but it was of this kind in 70s or 80s. I remember the situation when Russian Federation or USSR Soviets announced about the decision to put new missiles and the reaction of the Reagan administration. So it's clearly the same situation. To say frankly, the situation is quite unpredictable. Even right now we have this situation in Europe. During the Cold War, it was around the world. But right now we have in Eastern and Northern Europe. And of course, we should mention militarization of Crimea. So, contrary to the situation that was we saw during the Cold War time, we have right now unpredictable situation, and this is the policy of Putin. he would like to use this tool as a tool of blackmail of the neighboring countries, not to say something, but not 100%, just to leave them space for imagination and to scare and to make his policy more unpredictable and more, I should say, he tries to make it more sufficient, more effective, even if compared with the Soviet times. Soviet Union clearly respected the 1975 Helsinki Final Act, and right now Russia actually violated this very important international agreement that actually secures the security situation in Europe for a long period of time.